So I've been wanting to do this video for so long, but I don't have time. So I want to talk about first my recent reads. Like for this, I am so extremely busy. Like oh my god, I cannot find time to read or anything. But I've finished the. So I've read the Cassandra Clare, the Red Picker King. I finished it and um I believe I gave it 4 stars, and there's not a lot to comment on it, but like just but the character is very deeply resonates with me. Like I can't believe I said this, but I miss Kel and Juman. I miss you. Um, I think that's all. And then I read House Moving Castle. This one I don't think I'm so busy while reading it, so I don't actually I don't actually understand it that much, like but one thing is that it makes me feel like I cried at the end of it, so I think that I think that speaks for me. Like but even in Goodreads I didn't write any reviews on it because and recently I read Lie With Me, Lie With Me by Philip Benson. This is the first book, and not the first book. Actually, before this, I read Shattered Me. Yes, I finally tried to read it, but it was boring. It was very boring. I can't believe I said this, but it's boring. Like maybe I didn't get to the good part yet, but for now, it feels like this book was intended for 10 years old. But last night I finished the Lie With Me by Philip Besson. I've never felt so much since these past days. The quotes, I cried on the first paragraph. Not even in the first paragraph. Like there's a quotes for the book. So I read the quotes, and then I cried. Like seriously, it's not even the book yet. And then even the paragraph was Philip Besson. He really wrote it very well. It what can I say is that all the good quotes, excellent, brilliant, heart wrenching quotes in there can last me for Instagram captions for years. Better yet, in my diary, because there's so much good quotes. I'm so happy because the kind of books that is not it's not heavy but very uh, intellectual. Like it really plays with your minds and heart, so you feel fulfilled when reading it. Like so, yes, finally I found something last night. So I think I'm getting back to reading again because right now I'm not so busy. So I'll try. Oh, okay. Now that why did I do like summer is coming, so summer to read, right? So I got this recommendation from TikTok, like a yearning kind of books. So the first one is Freshman's Creek. Freshman's Creek, and then The Raven Boys. I kinda want to get into that, The Raven Boys. And then The Phantom of the Opera, maybe. I had this in my, and then The Great Gatsby. The Great Gatsby. I've tried to watch the movie. It's very beautiful, but I can't finish it because I feel like it's too. I can't really watch something very extremely disturbing. So yeah, maybe I'll try to read it because watching it was kind of hard. And then Madonna in a Fur Coat by Sabahattin Ali. Like, oh my god, that I read some good reviews on it. So I think maybe let's try, please. I miss reading so much. I can't wait to start reading again. Okay, that's for the books. What I really want to talk about is about the Song of Achilles. Yes, I haven't been the same since I've read the book. Still thinking of it. If you haven't read it, no, I don't want to recommend it to you because you will suffer. But okay, reading the Song of Achilles, it changed me to be more how do I say it? To be more present with your feelings. You know? Like to be more present with your feelings, as in the two main feelings that I've always think about since I've read that book is grieving and sadness. Okay? Sadness, like when I read that book, that was like it was like the most, like the highlight of my year, I think, because I think it was in January or February. But I still remember how I read that book and my Spotify playlist like shifts, you know. I started listening to I don't know how to say it, Gigi Perez. You know the Celis song. Perez, betul lah. Gigi Perez Celis song, and then Fable, Let Down, Merry Christmas Please Don't Go. This song is on repeat when I read the Song of Achilles. So every time I listen to that song, I've been resonating it with the Song of Achilles. So it was very deep, and I love it. I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's like you don't need to listen to. You don't have to listen to sad song and all, but I know it affects my mood and everything. But I feel safe in sadness. I feel comfort in sadness, and when I've been listening to all these sad songs, you understand things more. Okay, to understand art, you have to understand sadness, and that is very true. Like out of the feelings, when you feel happy, you feel like, okay, I'm happy right now, I'm happy. Okay, like something fun happened, you happy in. But when sad, when you were hit with sadness, you actually think about it. Like you actually sit down and like you cry and all. And when sadness hits is when you actually understand your feelings. Oh my god, there's an airplane. You know, like through sadness you only understand yourself, because happiness you always think about. You always, for example, you always look at other person's reaction, like are they happy like me, you know, like you smile at your friends. But sadness you usually deal it with yourself, like being alone, crying yourself out. So you know, like when you are sad, you that's what you are. Like when you are sad, that's what you truly are. Okay, so in my not my sad era, I don't think it's bad point. I love when right now I just started listening to Radiohead, like Let Down, All I Need, Fake Plastic Trees. I love it. I love it. I feel like every night I have to dedicate like 1 hour before sleep to listen to those kind of songs. just to understand yourself more, because when you are sad, you is that you truly understand what is actually happening to yourself. You are thinking. If not, you live like. And then recently too, I start understanding the law of my dear Arthur. I saw someone on TikTok posting like she do the trend lah, like German people do the trend of my dear Arthur, and this one is from Arabic language. Like, I've never been so broken-hearted anymore. I've never been so broken-hearted listening to that. My dear Arthur. Like and then I'm heavy on video games, but RDR, I try to watch the gameplay again, because I tried, but then, and as you say, it gets kind of boring at the end, at the start can. So I'll try again. And then now that I've talked about that, to understand art you have to understand sadness. And then I want to talk about how you are not obliged to perform, like kind of something like recently I have this kind of interaction with my lecturer, and then like something like how do I say this, something happens, and then um me and my lecturer kind of interacting, and then I feel the need to perform, like I feel, how do I say this, like I want to impress him in a good way, like um because like interacting with lecturer, of course, like you have many benefits, like in marks or in assignments and anything. So but for example, I walk and then he's behind me, and why do I feel it like to greet him? Okay, greet him is wrong example, like, but greet him, like I need to, because I'm afraid that he'll think that I'm rude. Okay, other than that, when he's asking for a question in class, um and I feel like, oh my god, why didn't I answer? But that is not what I have to do, as in to perform. Like we are interacting, but I am not obliged to follow your expectation. Like, you are expecting me to be like the good one in class, like interacting with you, but you cannot, you are not responsible. Like, if I am not what you, if you are expecting something from me and I can do that, it's not your problem, and it's not your fault, and it's not my fault. Like, small interaction doesn't mean that you are bonded to keep on interacting. Like, and something like, yes, you are not obliged to perform like that. Because sometimes I feel guilty, but then, like, then I cannot answer your question, and why do I need to feel like a disappointment? Like, everyone else were living like like normal in this class, but I am the one like, oh my god, I cannot answer this question. He must have feel so, like he thinks I'm stupid or anything, but that's not the point. Even if we are interacting, I don't have to perform for you. You are not, even if I am, you I You know, like it's not your fault. Even it's not very like because he is like more kind of like a mentor to me. Like I go to this camp and then he was like leadership whatever. But if I cannot be what you want me to be, if I cannot be what you want me to be, it's not your fault. And I too am not obliged to be what you expect me to be. You know? Yes. What else? What else I want to talk about? I miss talking to you guys. Even if I don't think anyone listen point. But still. mm, and then no, I think that's all. I'll talk to you guys later. Talk to you guys later. Talk to you guys later. It was fun talking to you guys. I really want to get back to reading.